Look, if we don't get it now, then we don't get it at all. It is that simple. Like AJ looks destructive now. What he did to Francis Ngannou was violent.
Pro boxing fans here in Cardiff. We're here for the Jessics McCaskill Lauren Price unified title fight. With me, I've got Dan. No, I don't like Dan. I'm going to call you Savage. Savage, I'm going to call you Savage. But how are you, Dan? How's things? How's life?
I'm good. Can't complain. Great fight, of course. I think it's a good start to the year for boxing, British boxing. So yeah, I think this is another cracker, man.
Listen, I need to ask you about this one. I was asked Lauren the same question. Is timing everything? We saw what happened with Jessics McCaskill only a couple of fights ago against Sandy Ryan. A lot of people believed that Sandy Ryan should have won that fight. She's had a fair few fights with some top level opponents, but do you feel like it's the right time for Lauren to catch her?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if we've seen the best of McCaskill, but we know everything there is to know about McCaskill. She can change it up and box a little bit more, but she's a dog. This is a tough fight. The only kind of conversation for me and thinking points is it too much of a step up too soon for Lauren? Answer for me is no. I think the Olympic pedigree, I think everything she's done at any point just points to the direction that no matter who's in front of her, she will win that fight. But obviously going into her seventh fight, to be going for the IBO, WBA, Ring Magazine, it's not a joke. You know, that Ring Magazine championship is the most coveted, renowned belt there is, you know, and to be going after that in 7 fights, people would be like, usually you'd be like, no way could you be ready, you know, in your 6th fight. We're yet to see anyone nick around off Lauren. We're yet to see anybody propose any kind of threat. I'm sure this will be the first fight where you know, she does maybe lose rounds. But it's the right step up. You know, obviously her team, no one would have taken it if they didn't think that she could come out victorious.
May the 11th, obviously, in Cardiff. How much is it that we need the Welsh support to come along and support Lauren Price? The only reason I say this, I was there for Joe Cordina when he won his world title. I can remember the fans getting behind him and they pushed him on to get that world title. Do you believe that we're going to get a big Welsh contingent coming out to Cardiff?
Yeah, I expect it to be packed, full of support for Lauren. Plenty of other Welsh fighters and Welsh talent on that card as well. So it's going to be one of those. We know what that atmosphere can be like in there because it's quite closed, and I haven't been there since the Liam Williams and Chris Eubank fight, but it's like it becomes like a cauldron, and they want your head. And look, Jessica McCaskill is going to be walking into like the Dragon's Den, if you like, and she'll have to deal with that more than what Lauren will. But Lauren, she's as cool as ice. You know, if there's one person that I feel like nothing would really change her performance, it's her. I think she'd fight the same if there were no people, if there were 10 people, if there were 5,000 people. She's just that kind of tunnel vision. So regardless, I think there's going to be a big atmosphere, but I don't think it will change anything in Lauren's mind.
Cool. I'm going to quickly move away to talk about the boxing before I let you go. I want to talk about the man of the talking point, main talking point right now, Anthony Joshua. We saw what he did against Francis Ngannou. My question to you is, now that we've seen Anthony Joshua with Ben Davison for the last couple of fights, looks in good form, looks like he's got that confidence back, looks like he's brutal as ever. Do you feel like things have got a lot closer in regards to that fight with the Fury, or that fight, even the rematch with Usyk? Do you feel like AJ is in a better place than he was before?
Look, if we don't get it now, then we don't get it at all. It is that simple. Like AJ looks destructive now. What he did to Francis Ngannou was violent. You know, like everyone was just like, oof, like you're probably taking 15% off his nervous system with those shots. I'm serious, like you're not quite the same person after you take that kind of damage. So AJ looks back. The team up with him and Ben Davison seems perfect. He's got his right hand back. I'm not saying he's not thinking about his shots, but he went through that period where maybe he fought too much and maybe was just a little bit tentative with how often he was letting his right hand go. Now he looks like, listen, I'm in destruction mode. I don't care who's in front of me. You're having this right hand, and I'm going home early, kind of thing. That's the mood that he looks in right now. And in that kind of mood, I think he can beat anybody in the world. Obviously, you got the Fury Usyk fight. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. As in, I have Fury as the winner in my mind, but obviously there's a rematch clause. AJ can't sit around and wait for a year. Not when you're in this kind of form. You want to get straight back out there. So, if I was AJ, I would take another fight. IBF will probably become available, I believe.
After the Undisputed.
After me.
The belts do normally get scouted after the Undisputed.
So, if there is an opportunity there to fight a Hrgovic or whoever it is, if I'm AJ, I'm saying, yeah, I'll stop you as well. And then, obviously, you never know. Depending on the fight with Fury and Usyk, there might not be a rematch. So I guess you just kind of got to wait in the wins, but you can't stick around and not fight if you're AJ. Not when you're in this bag. The bag he's in right now is destruction mode. Put anyone in front of me, I'm taking their heads off. So I like him in this mood, man. Like this is how everyone enjoys AJ, if I'm honest.
Last one before I do let you go. Whilst I was out in Saudi covering the AJ fight, some news broke out that sort of shocked a lot of us. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fighting in Texas on Netflix. Just give me your thoughts, because that was a bit of a shock to me, to be honest, mate.
I don't like it. I get it, because it's gonna sell. People are gonna watch it, but I think people need to really realize this is not the same Mike Tyson that we've seen from yesteryear. That Mike Tyson was probably gone when he fought Danny Williams. We was calling him past it. We're 20 years on. So I'm not sure if there's little discrepancies and, if there are little rules, maybe Jake Paul can't punch too hard or whatever it is, because for my liking, I know everyone's making a lot about Mike Tyson and how good he looks on the pads and on the bag. Jake Paul's a much bigger threat to Mike Tyson than Mike Tyson is to Jake Paul at this point, if you ask me. So as long as they have the fight, everyone gets home healthy and all of that, that's fine. I don't love it. I think it sets a bit of a strange precedent. We're talking about an icon here. But it's happening, and I get it. It's money, man. If they offered me that money to fight Mike Tyson, I would do it as well. That's it. And if I was worth anything to fight, Mike Tyson would fight me as well. That's it. It's just how it goes.
Dan, listen, it's always a pleasure to talk to yourself. No doubt we'll speak to you closer to the 5 weeks coming up. I know you're going to be there for Wardley Clark, which is only in a couple of weeks' time. So we'll catch up then. Top man, Sabi Dan. Top man, appreciate your time, mate. Wicked.